Today on the channel, we got a turtle, but just not any turtle. From NECA, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we got the Super Turtle.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles unboxing and review. And the haul-a-thon keeps going, this time with the Super Turtle. But for all your Super Turtle needs, hit up the haul-a-thon, as I did say. But for everything else action figure related, hit up Entertainment Earth. Use the link in the description down below to support the channel. Appreciate the support out there. But of course, the haul-a-thon, a Target exclusive, at least as of right now. I believe all retailers will have this guy, and I think some are starting to trickle in already to other retailers. But originally, it's always Target. They get a 30, 60, 90-day exclusivity clause, and then they move on from there. Not a bad piece of business. Gives Targets a little scratch, pat on the back, and then it lets the other retailers get it eventually. Is what it is in 2025 in the toy game. But of course, going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And I'm not super familiar with the Super Turtle, but throw a cape on a turtle, hey, sign me up. Sign me up all day long. Looking good in there in the package, of course. A little bit more of a deluxe figure as we get some friends. The Domioids. Domioids. Yeah, they're a lot like the Noid from Domino's back in the day, I think. But an interesting group of characters there. Going to have to check them out. Glamour shot here. Classic turtle logo, or one of the classic turtle logos, of course. NECA, Nickelodeon, J-Hook at the top. Number 35 in the line for those keeping track at home. And then we got the Domioid and, of course, the Super Turtle over here. Kind of reminds me of Handyman a little bit from In Living Color back in the day. Oh, I'm dating my childhood self watching In Living Color back once upon a time. But he kind of reminds me of Handyman. Maybe he's like him. Who knows? Meanwhile, as they do say, we've got some glamour shots there. A little cross-sell down below. Looking pretty good. Very uniform packaging style with these Mirage-style figures. And what the heck did I do? There's my scissors. I was going to say, I didn't have this pre-cut. You got to pre-cut these things. All right, there we go. You get the usual city streets. Back there, we see that in this line. See you later. Goodbye, like a young Bobby Hurley. Yes, Bobby Hurley, once upon a time. How about a little plastic prison for the Super Turtle and the Domioids? But man, a lot of twist ties. You know, I love a good twist tie, but I'm going to take this offline. We'll be back talking all things Super Turtle. All right, we got the Super Turtle and the Domioids out of the package. Let's dive in. Let's start with the hands. How about we got two fists of Turtle Fury right out of the package. He's ready for a little punches and bunches every once in a while. Ready to go. So I'm here for that with the Super Turtle. He's got to have those. And you got to have a very generic superhero finger. And one of those generic fingers is the what you gonna do, brother hand, or I should say finger. He does have that going on. Or this is technically the turtle middle finger, as he's got three fingers. He's sticking it up. He's telling the bad guys they're number one. We do got another splayed out hand right here. And then we got two gripping hands. And of course, these are gloved hands in red. Of course, green is the skin tone of the turtles, as we know. Now we do get a sewer cover. I guess a nice sewer cover. I guess it could be a Frisbee. He picks this up, throws it at some bad guys. Ready to go. Nice looking sewer cover. We've seen things like this before. First time we've seen it in this toy line in this style. Here for that. Now we do get a weight, of course. Curls for the girls. We know how that goes. I used to do that once upon a time a lot. I used to don't work out with the weights like I used to. I lifted way too heavy for too many years. And yeah, it's catching up to me. I remember they used to say to the gym, oh, you don't want to lift so heavy. Don't lift so heavy. It'll catch up to you. Well, you always are the young guy and you tell them, it's not going to catch up to me. It's not. And then when you get older, it catches up to you. You got some tendonitis. You got back problems. It's just, it's tough times. But man, I used to go very hard in the gym 3 times a day for a lot of years as well. And it's wrecked me. It's wrecked me. Maybe not, but looking good. Always doing the curls for the girls, of course. You got to be doing that. Looking very good to get a weight. One of those nice accessories you could use with other toy lines if you wanted to. Now, we do get some weapons here for the Domioids, and I guess the turtle could use them too. But you do get a big old spike with a ball with spikes on it. Sure, why not? Is it a mace? Is that what they call it? Or mace is the one you swing around? I don't know, but you do get a wooden handle on this one. looking good, looking evil right there. You do got a big old chopper. Oh, look at this, great names here. The chopper, but it almost looks like a bunch of butcher knives lined up there with a spike on the end. Either way, not a good piece of business. A traditional axe here in case you need to knock down some tree limbs or something. You get an axe right there. And last but not least, you do get a pickaxe here. If you want to join Alpine for a low mountain climb with the G.I. Joe team, you got one of those as well. Looking very good. But you got 4 rudimentary weapons here with the domioids. And oh, stop the clock. I missed an accessory. I forgot the Polaroid camera. I'm not sure why he comes with a camera, unless he's like a young Peter Parker trying to hook this up and take pictures of himself in action. That could be the case. But a beautiful Polaroid camera accessory right here. And one of those nice accessories, once again, you could use with other toy lines if you really wanted to. So I had to break in with a little Polaroid camera. Dive into the domioids now. We got 2 of them right here looking pretty good. Different between the 2. I'm just noticing right here, you got different faces on these 2. So that is kind of cool. They made them different. They didn't have to do that. I mean, they should, but they didn't have to. And glad they did do that. You got a battle damaged one. You got one all ready to go. They both have the same arms and legs. That makes a lot of sense. I can see that. Now they got the dome on the top, which I guess protects their brain. Is that what that is inside there? Now we got this one is cracked. This one is whole. So you got a battle damaged one and a regular one. Very, very cool to see though. I like what this is. Almost reminds me of like a character that would be in the Max. Anybody remember the Max back in the day? A favorite of mine. And Todd McFarlane, you know the Max. You made a Max figure back from McFarlane Toys once upon a time. I remember my dad trying to collect all the different versions of the Max. And he came with those different Izzes. I think that's what it reminds me of. The Izzes. I think that's what they were called. And there was black ones, white ones, all kinds of different ones. And I remember we were tracking down all the Max variants. Simpler times. And the more things change, the more they stay the same in some ways. I'm chasing down McFarlane variants every single day, it feels like here. But looking good here. Now, articulation on these guys, arms do go all the way around. That is it. Legs go up and down, back and forth, all the way around. You do got 2 gripping hands here, obviously, for those weapons. And it looks like they may fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand if you want them to. And look at that. They do. They fit on a stand. So shout out to the domioids, I guess. But now the main event is here. It is time for the Super Turtle. I'm here for a superhero. I'm here for a turtle. Why not put them together? But looking good. 2 head sculpts here. You got a very interesting head out of the package. You just kind of almost like that Kermit the Frog perturbed look, of course, that Kermit gives a time or two. Got that mouth kind of tightly together. You got the hood over the top, of course. Got the white eyes. Red color against the green skin tone throughout. Looks pretty good. Not a bad head, but the second head is the head I'm going to be using here. He's got the teeth showing. He's showing off his $1 million sewer teeth down here, looking very good. Got a little bit more expression in the eyes as well. This is a superhero that got mad. He's ready to crash some skulls, break some domioids, do whatever he needs to do. But looking good. 2 good head sculpts on this one. Not bad. Now, the body on this one, feel like we've been here before once again with a twist, but it's the iconic Mirage Turtles at this point, which got many different versions of. And they just keep on coming, as of course. And I got the 4-pack of the Gangster Turtles. I still haven't got around to unboxing. I've had that for about a month. I'll get to it eventually here. But looking good in the body. A big, meaty, beefy turtle here. Looking very good. You got the ST logo there. Very Superman style, but for Super Turtle. You got the belt over there. You got the red gloves we talked about earlier, even into the forearms a little bit. Down to some red boots as well. Looking very good. And then, of course, you got the turtle shell in the back. No weapons, no iconic turtle weapons with this one here. He's using his Fists of Fury and his flying superpowers is what he's using. And you can't fly, well, you could, but you can't fly very good unless you do have a cape. And, of course, cape season year-round around these parts here. But a fabulous cape on this one. It is red cloth cape, but a beautiful wired cape here. You guys know me, I'm a sucker for a cape. I'm a sucker for a wired cape. It adds a lot of pizzazz for this one, as it should, because it's a very pricey figure. It should come with a nice detailed cape, and it definitely does. This isn't like a paper-thin cape. This is beautiful material, and the wire extremely diligent, extremely tough inside here. Has to be that way here. Now, you pop the head off, you can remove the cape. If you don't want him to have a cape, and you're crazy if you don't want to leave the cape on him, but maybe you don't, you can remove the cape if you want to. Now, accessories, or I should say articulation, and I'm getting confused with the cape accessories, but articulation on this guy, head removable, back forth, side to side, arms all the way around for us, bicep cut, barely at all though, as we know with these turtles. Double jointed, pinless elbows, playing all the hits, extremely tight. I'm gonna have to hit this guy up with a hair dryer. He's extremely tight in the joints. Hands back and forth, side to side. Head back and forth. We already did that one there. There is no waist articulation or anything like that on him. A little bit of side to side on the legs, I guess. But you do get those turtle splits if you need to. Great for turtle soup. Get that little turtle tail under there too. Don't forget that. Leg goes up a little bit if you want to kick somebody in the shins. Double jointed pinless knees. Once again, extremely tight. No boot cut, but you do get the ankles back, forth, side to side, up and down. For the old Super Turtle, not a bad piece of business. Of course, does he fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand? Using discount code Kyle to save 10%. What do you know? He's fitting on a stand. He's ready to take his last stand, is the Super Turtle right here. Not bad piece of business, like I said. A little bit more expensive. I want to say it was like $59. That's pretty rough. You do get some new accessories. You do get some new little characters. You get a little bit of reuse from the prior Turtles, of course. You get a beautiful cape, multiple heads. So there is some meat on this. However, taking that business step back, is this too deep a cut? I guess if you're all in on the Mirage line, it's not a bad piece of business at all. It's a must-have. But if you're collecting the Super 7s, you're collecting the NECAs, the best action, and we go on for days with all the different Turtle lines, this might be one you do skip, depending if you're deep in the weeds to the Mirage line. I guess you can only answer that for yourself, but what do you think about it? Are you going to pick this bad boy up? Is this something you need in your collection? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day, and then some. We've got more content for you on Patreon, YouTube channel memberships. Plenty of bonus stuff from both my YouTube channels every single day, and your best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel, of course, with my new book, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers, available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or via me. Appreciate all the support on the book so far. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com, my brand new podcast every single Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. So for a Super Turtle, I'm a Super Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?